Hello friends, today I want to do something different from my usual content, which is quite fast-paced. Today I just wanted to do a regular vlog. I honestly am quite burnt out as of lately from school and just life. So I was like, you know what? Let me take advantage of my dopamine menu and just do some crafting. I've done the resting. I've rested a lot the past couple days. I'm thinking we can use our dopamine menu to basically put together a craft basket. I think that'd be really cool. So yeah. I want to hit a little bit of everything in my dopamine menu today. I think I'm gonna do everything except drinks and seasonal special, but we are gonna do an appetizer, an entree, a side, a dessert, and a chef special. So yes. One of the things on there for chef special was clay art, and then normally that's not something I go to, but today I can actually do something with clay. I want to make a glasses holder. So we're going to pre-measure out our clay. We go build the basket, then let's be ready to do. We're gonna do about maybe half a pound of clay. Yeah, I have some clay here, which I think it's a little bit more than half a pound of clay. It's 0.7 pounds, but honestly, I think it's okay. And if it's not, I can just put it back in the bag. While I massage this clay, which is actually a little bit dry, I do want to talk about like burnout recovery, which I have been reading this book called Secrets to Recovering Burnout. It's literally called Burnout, but there's like more context to it. And for me, burnout is something that I'm quite familiar with, but I'm really trying to take a more healthy approach to dealing with it, especially, which is why I've been more creative on my channel in general, because sometimes you just go through burnout, but the way that you can go about healing from it is very important with rest and creativity. It's actually been quite nice for me, so I can kind of level out my head and kind of leaning more into silence. For me, I've noticed the past couple months, I just haven't been able to just be in silence, which is so strange to me because this is not something I used to do. Like, I can just be in silence and be okay with silence. But as of lately, it's just like, it's too quiet in here. We need to put on some music. If not music, let's put on a YouTube video. If not a YouTube video, let's put on a movie. Let's scroll, but like, what's happening? You know, so right now I'm really in complete silence, and yes, I'm probably gonna put on some music later, but it's just classical music, and it's on something that is that's the only thing it can do, you know, the CD player. It's only gonna play the CD. With my phone I can play music, but then somehow I just get distracted still. But today I just wanted to take a little bit of a break to not do that and to just exist. Basically I just want more peace for myself. But yeah, our ball is nice and it's not circular, but you know, it's round. So yeah. Especially gonna do the clay later, but I think it makes more sense to do it now because it has to dry for such a long period of time. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna do it now. So let's go get our clay equipment. Actually, no, I'm gonna stick to the plan. We're gonna go shopping. Let's go shopping. Welcome to the craft area. This is basically where you could find all of my crafting stuff. Well, it's a little bit everywhere, but this is where it's more condensed. So we're gonna basically go shopping in there. I have my basket right here. Something I mentioned I wanted to do was use my CD player. This is actually a DVD player, and we're going to use this. I did say I want to have a drink, specifically a peppermint tea, so we're gonna get some peppermint tea. Over here is like my mini book stand and like CDs and any DVDs that I have. I did mention Brazilian bossa nova, and that actually sounds really nice right now. Maybe bossa nova would be really nice today. A little jazzy, a little funky. We're gonna add this as well. You know what movie I've been hearing about to watch, especially when burnout happens, is Kiki's Delivery Service. So maybe before I go to sleep, I should maybe watch that. Also, I wanted to show you guys really quick are these books that I got from the library thrift. Full-on floral arrangement book. Mind you, all of these were like under $1. So they were like a couple cents each, which was amazing. Please support your local library. Library cards are free, and they give you access to so many things. Full-on science book on how the immune system works. I feel like this is really good to know, and it's extremely detailed. I have this book called Pasta Wars, which I think it's probably gonna be a really good read. It's about a woman who is originally working in the culinary space. I believe she gets fired from her job and she has to work for a CEO who is under another food company. And, you know, they basically fall in love. Typical romance, but I love food and I love romance, so perfect. Look at this. It says $5, but guess how much it actually was? It was like $1 for a 2,000 piece Van Gogh Starry Night. I mean, this is amazing. A puzzle. The only reason I haven't started this is because I don't really know where I would put it when I'm not really wanting to do it anymore in that moment. Should get a puzzle board. And then this is like a kiddie book, but it's 100 Great Science Experiments. I used to really love these kind of books because as a kid, I was always into science experiments. I thought this would be a cute little book. It's literally for like, I think elementary school kids, but who cares? You know, there's a lot of really cool things in here. It literally teaches you how to make batteries, how to make a light bulb. I don't know if kids should know how to make that. I mean, hey, as long as it's safe, I mean, cool. That's where I also got all those CDs, was the library as well. Please check out your local library because they honestly might have things that might blow your mind. Okay, next we're kind of near like the area where I have my mini fridge, but I do keep some things here, which one of the things is actually the Burnout book. This is the book I'm talking about. And then I do want to maybe do something a little bit more brain off. So I have this word search here as well, and I have my color pencils and notes thing. I'm just gonna add this in here because maybe there might be days where I don't want to read or don't want to, I don't know, do something that I'm putting in here now. So, and then we're also gonna put this in here. Okay, and lastly is my void box, which I made a couple of days ago. Basically, this is a box for my phone. So whenever I want to put my phone into the void, then it's basically this box. It was actually an old instant ink refill box, but I was like, I could probably reuse this. Whenever I want to just brain off, I can put my phone in here, and it really makes me forget about it, because for me, I'm definitely one of those people that it's like, if I can't see it, then it doesn't exist anymore. And then on the inside, I wrote, allow your mind to rest, because it's so real. Sometimes I just get caught up in like that doom scrolling thing, you know, when I'm like having a stressful day, I default go to doom scroll, and it's like, girl, maybe you should take a nap, or maybe you should like do something fun and creative that will actually fulfill you, instead of trying to live through others, or instead of trying to get instant dopamine hits. Open it, and then there goes my phone, right in there, and you can just close it. Boom, gone. Now you forget you have a phone, and you can put it wherever you want. If you want to put it in a drawer, do remember that you did put your phone somewhere. Like, make sure you put it somewhere you're gonna remember. It gets the job done. So this is also something that we're gonna implement today. It's so cute. So I'm wearing my eczema gloves because, oh my goodness, my eczema has been so bad lately. I think it might be due to the hard water. Florida has extremely hard water, so it's just not the best for my hands. I have my cotton gloves on for the rest of the night, but let's put on regular gloves so I can do this clay and get into it. The clay was like super dry, so I had to dip it in water, but now it's like super wet, which I'm really glad I have gloves on. I'm just gonna roll it out so I can be able to use the actual roller to roll out the dimensions of it. You know, using gloves and doing clay, a lot of people say it's not very intuitive, like you can't feel the craft, and I do agree with that, especially if you're doing pottery. But doing like an air dry clay project with gloves, fantastic. But that might be because I do have eczema, so my hand gets like extremely dry already, but then with clay it's like no moisture. I think this should be good. Let me like maybe a little bit more. I think this should be okay. Let's go get my roller now. So the tools we're gonna be using is this roller and probably like any other indentation kind of things. I feel like I gotta get up for this. Okay. Is this slab even? It might be. Okay. We have our slab. Now we're gonna cut it. This is not even. Okay, now it should be okay. I'm gonna put my glasses on there to see if they big enough. Which answer? Yes. Please, they look so chopped. I have a little bit of like makeup on the corners, but we're gonna use this to measure. So nice little. Wow, that was a really nice cut. We're going to cut here as well. We're gonna make the bare ears, and since this is already flat, this would be like the perfect area to cut. Okay, perfect. Let's do the same thing over here. Make sure it's even. Cut that down. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna just take this out. Then we can take this slab out. This is coming together so easily. So I had more clay pieces soaking in water because I need to make sure to do the border. Make pretty much like a thin line to be able to wrap around. No, because when I tell you my phone is covered in clay, I am not joking. It is very much covered in all types of clay. I'm just gonna score the edges of this just so we can be able to attach the everything pretty much. Wow, that took a long time. Okay, so we completed our glasses holder. Now we have to let it dry for probably, honestly, not even that long. That clay that I was gonna use earlier, the ball, it dried in like an hour. We might be able to finish it in this vlog, might not. If not, then I will show the process in either a short or my post. So I got comfortable because now we're gonna get into the other part of my dopamine menu, which is writing a blog post. That's something I've been wanting to do, but we're not technically writing a blog post. We're actually going to upload some coloring sheets that I've made a year ago on there for free. So if you guys want to download it, if you're having kind of a similar feeling right now to me of like being burnt out, but you just want to do something kind of intuitive and easy, then I'm gonna just put all of my coloring sheets on there for you guys to just download so you can have something to do and it won't cost you any money. We're gonna do that, and then we're also gonna color one in as well. I'm gonna show you the ones I'm putting on there, but give me 1 second. Okay, so here are the coloring sheets I'm gonna be adding. This is the one that I made a painting kind of scene with my classic frog. Another one, the two frogs are reading and then they're just in a little cozy room. And then my last one is just a little rain one. You can draw whatever background you want with Rain Audition. And if anyone downloads it, I would love to know, and I hope you enjoy it. Any paper works, but if you have higher quality like cardstock paper, that would do really good, especially if you're going to use alcohol markers. So my website is updated. I really like it, it's so cute. But yeah, I have everything from my last video here. We have the principal here. I'm trying to make sure everything is just like right when you enter, it's just right there. If it's not here, because sometimes you know it's just gonna refresh whenever I add a new post, it's gonna be up here in the media page. You just click on media, then scroll down, and then it's right here. I'll give you guys a little bit of a tour. We have my sticker shop over here, which I'm actually gonna change this around soon, but I'll keep everyone updated on that. I have my link to my latest video, which I try to update that as often. I have every category where you can just click on it and get a little bit of everything. Videos is a new tab I'm trying to implement. We're trying to move my YouTube videos to here as well, but I want to make sure I'm doing that the right way. And we have photo dump, which I don't think I've used yet. Let's check. No, we have. I used it one time and I was making shortbread cookies. But I definitely need to use this more because I take actually a lot of photos. The blog is updated. I'm really happy about that because I just wanted to make sure that when it comes to creativity, people always have access to doing something. Before we color our sheet, I did want to do some editing of the short form content that I've been working on. My feelings towards short form content is so interesting because there's some times where I'm just like, I don't know if this makes sense to have it in such a long form video, but I still want to share it. So I'm like, you know what, let me just make it a short and then just put it online. Why not? Yeah, that's kind of like my relationship with creating short form content. I've been having a lot of ideas and I want to foster those ideas. For my editing of short form anything, I use CapCut. In general, I use CapCut for pretty much everything. Before I decided to challenge myself to use DaVinci Resolve, I've just been using CapCut to edit all of my YouTube videos. And honestly, like it's worked, but lately it's been lagging too much where I was just like, you know what, I think it's time for me to just switch over to something else. Right now I'm importing some clips that I captured on my camera the other day, basically the void box I showed you, and I wanted to just capture that, the process of me making it, because it literally just stemmed from me having the box. Actually, like I saw the box in the living room, and at the time I was doing an assignment that I really wanted to focus in on, but then my phone kind of kept vibrating, and yeah, I could put on do not disturb, which I also did. But like I said earlier, it really is just like I need to just not see it at all, like at all. I was like, yeah, let me just repurpose this box. Why not? So that's kind of how that stemmed, and I really like it. I really like making content, to be honest. It's just really fun. I find it really peaceful. Yeah, let's edit this and then I'll show you another video that I'm editing. This is like a little bit of the video. I don't want to like have you sitting here all day. That's that one. We just have to add a voiceover over that, but I'll do that later. Right now, what I'm doing is batching projects because I often have a lot of ideas all at once, so I want to do them all at once, which is cool, but I never want to like jam pack any of my spaces with just so much content. So I film all of it all at once. I just don't want it to be where I actually do get burnt out from creating and sharing art that I enjoy making. I want it to still be a peaceful process. So for me, doing all the ideas I have in my head, when I have them, that's still giving me that peace, and then, you know, creating something out of it, whether that be like some sort of reel or just a blog post or something, that really works for me. And it doesn't burn me out at all. The only things that really do burn me out is sometimes school and whatever else I have going on, like in life or something. It's way later in the night. It's only like 2 a.m. So I'm gonna start winding down to sleep, but I have my peppermint tea and I'm probably gonna do a little bit of a word find. I feel like these are so good to do before bed. It just calms your mind. I also have a little bit of a snack. When I say a little bit, I mean it's a huge flatbread with pork. I mean, a snack is a snack. That's what I'm gonna do for the night, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow as well, because we're not gonna end it here. Let's just keep this thing going. I still want to do coloring, which is why I want to continue the vlog as well. You know, so tomorrow we can use our CD player, we can color a little bit. I mean, that just sounds so rewarding. See you tomorrow. So it's the next day, and I'm nice and refreshed. I feel really, really good. Look what dried. So we can paint it today. I'm so excited. So since I did say I want to do a bear design, I already picked up the colors I would need to do that with. I measured to make sure that the glasses would fit, and they fit so nice, but we still have to make sure that with doing the design that we measure the placement of the eyes. So I put my glasses here, and I think this should be okay with like the pupils. So I think I'm gonna do it like that. So we have the base done. Now we're just going to pin on the details. I think I'm gonna start with the ears first. So the ears are a pretty light color. Me painting this is reminding me of the show We Bare Bears. I used to really like that show. Ice Bear was one of my favorites. I can kind of relate to Ice Bear's personality. We have the nose and the ears painted. We're gonna let this dry a bit so we can do the detailing, but I think I'm also gonna do the eyes. Hey, it's coming together. Looking quite good. I can't really set it down because the paint's so wet, but okay. I don't think this paintbrush would be skinny enough for me to do this detail, so I'm gonna switch before I mess this up. And we're done. Now he's gonna let it fully dry so then we can glaze it. It looks something like that with the glasses. That is so cute. I love that. I love that. Thank you, Pinterest. Thank you, Pinterest. And I actually really did need this because I lose my glasses all the time. All the time. Okay, so the piece is done. It looks so cute. It looks, I love it a lot. This is how it looks with glasses. Look how cute that is. I love that. Now we're gonna move on to coloring, which I already printed out my sheet. Upside down. I did it on half of paper today. I just wanted it to be a little bit more simplistic and easygoing today. Something else I want to try today is coloring with just 12 color pencils. Like, I don't want to have any additional colors, just to see what I can do with just the basic colors. Let's just go. For our music as we color, we're going to be using this Brazilian music CD. It has 10 total tracks, and I'm going to be putting it inside my DVD player. Okay, so currently we have a lot of orange going on, but I'm thinking for the floor to make it kind of like tile. So I'm gonna layer on some brown, and I think that will help even out this orange. Okay, honestly, I think that helped out a lot. It really added for the carpet. Since it's orange, I'm thinking maybe even go crazy and add blue for the carpet. Or is that too crazy? Let's just try it. Let's just see. Okay, we finished our piece. It came out so cute. Honestly, I really needed to color. I do enjoy coloring a lot. It's not one of my go-to things, but it's one of those things that does make me focus on whatever I'm doing in that moment. And I really like that. I hope this video was as relaxing or peaceful as it was for me, for everyone who's watching as well. Because in those seasons of burnout, sometimes we just need to take a break, you know, do something a little bit more chill. In seasons of burnout, my go-to is obviously rest, but also leaning into creativity, especially childhood creativity. It always gives me my energy back and I always just feel renewed. So I wanted to share a little bit of that this week. In the meantime, before I leave everyone, I wanted to show you what I just baked. Look at these cinnamon bites. Oh my goodness. I saw this recipe on Instagram for yeast-free cinnamon bites, and I really wanted to try that. So I have a friend coming over. We're gonna eat these. We're gonna watch some YouTube videos. And maybe later I'm gonna watch Kiki's Delivery Service because I still wanna really watch that. But that's all for this video. I thank everyone for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.